Well, greetings from Memorial Field in Homer City. Tonight, the Homer Center Wildcats host the Marion Center Stingers here on the WCCS radio and video network. Ward Hilliard will be along in just a little while. I'm Mark Burdig as we get set for an interesting matchup here tonight. The Stingers coming in with a record of 2-2. The Wildcats have won 3 games in a row. They are 3-1, and really a pivotal game when you look at the Heritage Conference standings, and even really not too early to look at the District 6 Class A standings. Currently, as we enter week number 5, the midway point of the season already, the River Valley Panthers atop the pack in the Heritage Conference with a 4-0 record. Cambria Heights, they've played a non-conference game. They are 3-0. And Homer Center and Purchase Line right behind with records of 3-1. If the Wildcats want to stay in that Heritage Conference race, they will need to hand the Stingers their second loss in as many weeks. And Marion Center hasn't lost back-to-back Heritage Conference games since the start of the 2018 season. And they come off of a very stinging, no pun intended, 49-13 loss at the hands of the Purchase Line Red Dragons last week. So the Wildcats offense over 500 yards last week. They did struggle a little bit stopping the West Shamokin passing game. And Bo Schwartz and the receivers are really, really good. Marion Center has a good quarterback as well. In Ty Ryan, he's completed 47 of his 80 passes for 754 yards. Some good receivers in Tonkin and T.J. Lynn. But boy, the Wildcat offense has been rolling too, led by senior running back Colin Troop, who's second in the area in the Heritage Conference, at least in rushing, and super sophomore Landon Hill, fourth on the Heritage Conference rushing list. They've been a pretty nice 1-2 punch. So going to be an interesting matchup here tonight. Homer Center's offense ranked first in the conference. Marion Center's defense ranked fourth. And offensively, Marion Center, let me restate that. Offensively, Marion Center fourth in the conference. Homer Center's defense ranked fifth. We're looking for a great matchup. When we come back on the video side, you'll hear from Homer Center Wildcat head coach Greg Page as our ITT Indiana Total Therapy pregame show continues from Homer Center's Memorial Field. I'm Mark Burdick, back with Coach Page right after these words.
School football time, and that means time to stop by Luxembourg's Jewelers and lay away great gifts for the holidays. Luxembourg's offers a huge selection of diamonds and gems mounted in your favorite ring, pendant, or earrings. Score big with great giftware selections like keychains or pens, custom plaques and trophies for that special award. Team up with Luxembourg's Jewelers for that perfect gift and lay away today. Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall, downtown, or on the web at luxembourgs.com. Luxembourg's Jewelers, we are Indiana's Jewelers.
For Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
Homer Center High School Marching Band performing the national anthem. Going to get to the Maine's Chiropractic starting lineups. We welcome you back to Memorial Field. Tonight, the Homer Center Wildcats hosting the Marion Center Stingers. And our coaches report is always brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. More choices, more savings. Walbeck Insurance, Main Street, Homer City, or online 24/7 at walbeckinsurance.com. And Coach, a pretty impressive performance last week against the West Shamokin Wolves. Tough place to go on the road and win, and you picked up your third straight.
Yeah, they were. It was going to be their first true home game, having lost one a couple weeks prior. It was their homecoming. A great offense that they have, and it was just one of those things where I was hoping we were going to be ready. We did some really good things, especially in the offensive side of the ball, and we did enough to come away with a win, so I was pleased with that.
Over 500 yards of total offense. Really nice mix that you have going on. I'm sure you'd like to continue that in the backfield with senior Colin Troop and sophomore Landon Hill's been playing very well. They're both averaging 5.7 per carry. Your quarterback, Cole McAnally, continues to make strides, and your receivers, Zenizak, Krajosik, of course, the leader of that group, and Anthony Rowland quietly having a great start to the season.
Yeah, we're trying to get contributions from different guys. That's what this offense is all about. Noah Henry caught a couple conversion passes. He's always a good target for us. But no matter what you're doing, spreading the ball out, it puts a lot of onus on the guys up front, and they've been playing really well. We need them to continue that. They need to keep that chemistry, keep getting off the football. They're strong guys, and they know what we want to do. And sometimes they're facing a lot of pressure. So all things have to click together, and we hope to continue to do that this week.
Greg, as you know, all three phases so important to a game, and I really didn't mention this on the post game last week, but I'm going to mention it before I flip the page and get to tonight's opponent. I thought one of the untold stories last week, number one, you did a much better job in your conversions, and you got your first PAT out of placement from Michael Krajosik. But Krajosik, I thought his leg in the punting game was a big turning point in the football game.
Yeah, I think we punted twice, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they punted at all. The punts weren't very plentiful, but he did get off two good ones, and then you get on turf and you get a nice hop. I think he had on the one, and so yeah. If you got to do it, that's what you want to do. You really want to flip the field in those situations.
Well, yeah, he did a great job, and there was good execution tonight. Marion Center Stingers execution. They had a rough week last week, no doubt about it. They're going to be a hungry football team. I'm sure it's been kind of a rough week, if you will, for those players because Coach Rising, I'm sure, had their attention.
Yeah, and you know what? He's got a lot of seniors. He's got seniors that have played a lot of football. He's got established up there now after a couple years what he wants to do, and they're a fine football team. Last week, I've been telling our guys all week is not even close to an indication of the football team that's going to come in here. That concerns you a little bit as a coach. I hope our guys are ready. Never want to compare scores. That's just one of those things. Purchase Line made some big plays. Things snowballed. Marion Center's going to be much improved this week, I'm sure.
Well, it starts with their quarterback, Ty Ryan. He's completed 47 of 80 for 754 yards. He has some good receivers in Brady Tonkin and T.J. Lynn. They're not afraid to run the ball either, so they have a lot of weapons.
Yeah, it starts with him like it does with most good offenses. I just think he's a great athlete. I know he's a good baseball player as well. He's got decent size. He's a strong kid, good arm. He appears to be very calm when he's in the pocket or rolling out. We saw a lot of that last week with Schwartz. So you're facing another guy who can extend plays and has the presence, I think, is a big thing. He has the presence to be able to make good plays and get the ball into those guys' hands.
Well, they like to wing it around the yard like Bo Schwartz and West Shamokin did, and he had some success last week, no mistake about that. Put a lot of pressure on your defense, yeah. 48 passes. Is that something that, in a way, becomes a good learning tool for you from week to week?
Well, I think it made our secondary get in a lot better shape condition-wise because they were just chasing guys all over the place. But I think what that does, you get that game experience because the first three games, we played run-heavy teams. Really run-heavy teams. In fact, a couple teams maybe passed 3 or 4 times total. So when you see somebody like that, there's an adjustment process that takes place, and they got us a few times. They really did. So as far as moving forward, that experience should only help us. This is another good quarterback with athletic receivers. It's it's a different kind of offensive concept, what they want to run. But in theory, you understand, hey, they're gonna make their plays in the passing game. Keep things in front of you, come up, be physical.
Defensively, the Stingers, maybe a little similarity to Northern Cambria, the way they like to jump around and kind of play a 3-5 look and bring people from different spots on the field?
Yeah, it seems like 3-5 must be the flavor of the season. I think at least 4 of our 5 opponents, that's what we're looking at, the last couple of weeks for sure. And then early on with Heights and on Northern. So it's a defense designed to get more athletes on the field, to try to put some pressure coming at different angles from you. Our guys up front, for the most part, have handled that when they've seen that, and they're going to have to do that again tonight.
You won the turnover battle last week. I think that was pivotal to victory. Other keys tonight?
That's always a key. We were penalized way too many times last week. That's something I wasn't real pleased about. That has to be kept down to a minimum. And then you just gotta, you gotta take advantage of your opportunities. Offensively, we, make good drives, but finish those drives. We get big plays, fine. Let's get back out on defense and don't let them return the favor. So, to me, it's always a matter of looking at more consistency on all 3 phases.
Coach, good luck tonight here at Memorial Field. We'll talk to you on the postgame.
Thank you guys very much.
Head Coach Greg Page, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. Ward Hilliard rejoins me on the other side of the break as we continue with the ITT Indiana Total Therapy pregame show for Memorial Field right here on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all our student athletes and their families every success on the gridiron. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for our students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. These have been challenging times, and I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Oh, now you do your job.
Buy a new or pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
In Lipniscus, Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities.
End over end kick, big convenient hop to Landon Hill. Landon up the center of the field and gets to the 45-yard line, and Homer Center will have good operating position, about a 20-yard return from the 25 to the 45. Brady Tonkin, a linebacker, defensively on the kick coverage team, making that tackle. So let's reset the Homer Center offense for you as they come out, averaging 30.7 points per game, 262 yards rushing, 112 passing, 374 first in the conference. They come out with the formation we've become accustomed to from the shotgun, and Cole hands it off to Landon Troop, and throwing him down is Brady Tonkin. So back-to-back tackles for Tonkin as he read that play beautifully from his linebacker position. No gain.
Did you suspect that Marion Center might come in wanting to stop the run? That was a little blitz there. He read it beautifully, saw the play, came up, Tonkin, nice play.
Homer Center in their home blacks, black pants, black jerseys, black helmets, big thick white stripe on their pants. Same formation, twin receivers up top, near side's Krajosic. They're going to fake it, and Cole McInaughty keeps it into Marion Center territory, and he's spun down, but not before he gets about 9 yards on the play. Landon Bennett on the stop for the Marion Center Stingers, the middle linebacker, 5'8", 180-pound senior. Now, Volya defensively would be a linebacker. Ward number 20. I don't see him.
I don't see.
I don't think he's here tonight.
There, so we're just going to assume he isn't. But nice job by McInaughty. He saw that inside blitz coming, pulled the ball away, went right where the hole was.
3rd and a yard. Give to Troop. Sidesteps a tackler and leans for a first down. Landon Bennett had him from around the ankles. He only needed about a yard, and he got 1.5 yards, and the Cats moved the chains.
Stingers are playing a 3-4 man front, and then really sneaking their linebackers up tight, and they're doing exactly what I thought they might do, is try to fill gaps, occupy the blockers, and let their linebackers do the tackles.
Empty set this time, 5 formations. 5 receivers in the formation. They give on a jet sweep to Krajosic around the left end, cuts it back and stumbles for a first down inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. We'll see where they spot him down. Defensively for Marion Center, let's see who made that tackle. It was Dakota Bracken. Another first down, gain of 15 yards.
Little Marion Center play. They love to use those jet sweeps. They did that for years. Used to run those drag patterns off of that.
1st and 10 from the 30. Cole hands it off. Troop, big hole. Lowers the shoulder, has another first down, as trying to rip the ball away from him for the Marion Center Stingers was Alex Stewart. But another first down from the 30 to the 20.
I think Mike Yunt, right tackle over there, did a nice job, as did Tagliati of the right guard, opening up that hole. And once he gets in that secondary, Maury, as you said, he's a load.
Sidecar to the right is Troop. Cole McInaughty takes the snap, hands it off. Good quick cut, short yardage, down to about the 17-yard line, but he made a nice read there, Ward, eluding, at least temporarily, Parker Black. Black made the tackle, but Colin did a good job. It ends up being about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, he's strong enough. Once he cuts it up, he's going to get that 2 or 3 yards. And he did there. Nice, actually got a solid 5.
We are scoreless here, opening 2.5 minutes of action from Memorial Field at the corner of Lincoln and Harrison Streets in the borough of Homer City. Near side receivers, Michael Krajosic and Cole. Quick handoff to Troop. Troop going to be held short of that first down by 2 or 3 yards. Gets down to about the 14-yard line, I would say maybe the 13. We'll see where they spot it. But the Wildcats are going to have 3rd and at least a solid 3. Dixon Harkins on the tackle.
Homer running no huddle here. They're just getting the plays directly from the sidelines. They're already up on the ball, so they're upping the pace a bit here, something we haven't seen.
Wildcats have been outstanding on 3rd down this year. They've converted 52%. Cole hands it off to Troop, ducks under a tackler, fights for that 10-yard line, which would be enough for a first down. Going to depend on a spot. Referee saying 4th down, so they are going to be short. Dan Smith on the tackle.
Dan Smith on the stop for the Stingers.
I don't think he owns the candy store in downtown Indiana, but I know who does, and Dan doesn't.
Homer had a blocking back there on that set. Didn't help at that particular zone. Although I'm sure they're going to go for this. Are they measuring? No.
Wildcats are 47% this year on 4th down. 3rd down, 27 of 52 for 52%. 4th and a yard here. Cole McInaughty from the shotgun. Now goes up under center. Center fumbles the ball, and he keeps it, picks it up, and he has the first down. Well, he rushed up to the line of scrimmage. That's something we haven't seen this year. And he fumbled it and had the presence of mind to jump on it. Fortunately, Marion Center didn't have good penetration, if you're a Homer Center fan, because it enabled Cole to pick it up and pick up the necessary yard.
Yeah, it was a good job by Cole not to panic there. He was able to pick it up on the bounce and then move it forward. And what are we looking at? 1st and 7 for the touchdown. 1st and goal from the 7.
Wide side of the field toward the Homer Center bench. Cole McAnulty takes the direct snap, keeps it up the middle, cuts it up at the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown, Homer Center. The Wildcats drive 55 yards, all on the ground, and very, very effective, and they get off to a great start here at Memorial Field. 6-0 Homer Center with 7:28 to play here in the first quarter.
Again, that's all part of what I've been calling a developmental or maturation process. He held that ball in Troop's stomach here for a couple of steps, and then he saw the hole, pulled it out, and took it in. And the 2-point conversion pass is incomplete. Intended for Noah Henry. But Cole McAnulty, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, gives Homer Center the lead. It's 6-0 Wildcats. From our S&T Bank broadcast booth, from the gridiron to the classroom, S&T Bank has you covered. On an IRMC High School Sports Night, it's 6-0 Homer Center. Wildcats kicking off to the Stingers after this on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
Our drive summary brought to you by Luther Ford. 10 plays, 55 yards, took 4 minutes, 28 seconds. 1 of 2 on 3rd down, critical 1 of 1 on 4th down. They picked up 4 first downs on the drive. Drive summary driven by Luther Ford, Indiana County's Ford leader. And it's Michael Krajosik, his squib kick, and it's taken at the 46-yard line as he kind of miskicked that, if you will. It was recovered by Cody Thompson for the Stingers. 7:27 to play here in the first quarter. Marion Center going to have excellent field position at the 48-yard line.
We thought after last week they might adjust that kickoff philosophy, but it's apparently still going with it.
6-0 Homer Center.
Not the start that I'm sure Marion Center wanted. That's why they kicked off thinking they could stop Homer Center. But they now have pretty good field position. We'll see what the Wildcat D can do here.
Ball on the left hash. They operate right to left. And the give to Brady Tonkin. He's into Wildcat territory for about 7 yards. Michael Krajosik among the players on the tackle. I think Landon Hill maybe got a piece. But 6-yard gain right into Wildcat territory come the Stingers from the 47-yard line. And Xavier Volya not in the lineup. It's Alex Stewart at fullback. Wingman to the left, give to the deep back, and Volya is smothered, and down he goes. On the tackle, big Mike Yunt defensively leading the way.
Mason Bell in there also.
Riley Clevenger, Mason Bell. They lose a yard. Tonkin on the carry.
He does a good job of closing that hole, what little there was there. Nice job by the Wildcat front.
Wildcat defense led by Justin Walbeck, 20.5 tackles, 11 solo, 19 assists. Give you some other numbers. 3rd down and 5, Marion Center. Play action pass. Ryan throws deep out there, and there's some inadvertent contact, and flags fly. And Coach Page not liking that call. It was definitely not going to be caught.
No, I mean, Krajosik defended on the play and was actually looking back for the ball. That's when their feet got tangled, and the official threw the flag, so that's going to cost Homer 15. Unfortunate. That ball wouldn't have been caught.
No way. But
that isn't the game.
Michael Krajosik, in fairness, not sure where that ball's at. If it's on target,
he
off
was
target.
looking back for it like he should, and got his feet tangled. Now we're getting okay.
6-0. Homer Center, Marion Center, new life at the Wildcat 33. Ty Ryan hands it off up the middle, and they're trying to push him for yardage, but not a lot going on there for Brady Tonkin. Defensively getting up off the bottom of the pile, Isaiah Bentz and Vinny Taglietti. Isaiah Bentz now second on the team, Ward. He's really had a great season so far.
Yes, he has.
He and Mason Bell are now tied for second with 18 tackles apiece. Isaiah Bentz, 12 solo, 12 assists. Now that adds up to 24, but you get credit for a half.
Yes.
In case you don't know football
And they're doing
statistics.
a nice job of stuffing the run.
From the 32, 2nd and 9, toss left, and tripped up is Tonkin, but he gets by Landon Hill, but he blew up the play, and it ends up being a loss anyway, back to about the 33-yard line, so it's going to set up 3rd down and 10. Great job defensively. Also finishing him off, Anthony Rowland, who had a big game last week in the tackle department. He's now 4th on the team with 16 tackles, and he has 6 pass breakups to his credit.
He comes up fast on those sweeps, and that's critical. And he did a nice job there as Ryunt also participated in that.
Trips to the right, and Ryan, little pump fake. He wants to keep it, and Landon Hill has him and throws him back for a loss. A sack by Landon Hill.
Number 66.
And they're going to back it up to the 38-yard line. And let's see how Marion Center plays it, because they have a 4th down and about 14 to go. Looks like they're going to punt. Zach Lutz, the punter. Long snapper is TJ Lynn. Lutz 8 punts for a 30.4 average. Wildcats lead 6-0. Kick high, end over end, and very short. Wildcats let it bounce at the 15, and it's going to roll dead there. We should have a media timeout, by the way. So we will take one from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. Homer Center with the ball back, leading 6-0 on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
All right, ready? All right, back with you here at Memorial Field. 23-yard punt, but the Wildcats pinned deep at their own 15-yard line to start their second possession, leading 6-0.
That's what the Stingers wanted. They wanted to put them back in the hole. Inside the 20 is good enough.
Wildcats' first drive covered 10 plays, 55 yards. They have 85 yards of real estate in front of them now. They reposition, go empty backfield, tight end right, Landon Hill. Cole looking to throw, throws it to Krajosik out in the flat, but Marion Center has it well defensed. Alex Stewart came up and made the tackle, made a real nice play for the Stingers, and it might be a 1-yard gain to the 16, and that's it.
Yep, that was well defended by the Stingers. You give them credit for that. They came up hard. They know, I think, a little bit about Michael. There's 2 people over in that area. Probably we're going to see that all night.
3:45 clock moving after that short 1-yard completion. Cole McAnulty, 23 of 61, 38%, 429 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. He has thrown 3 interceptions, and he takes the direct snap, hands it off, and it's Landon Hill. Great cut to the 25 to the 30. Spins by a defender, fighting for the 40-yard line. What a run by Landon Hill. 22 yards. It's going to go to the 39-yard line. Super sophomore Landon Hill coming into tonight's game with 297 yards on 52 rushes. As we mentioned on the pregame, he and Colin Troop both averaged 5.7. That was outstanding. On the tackle, Alex Stewart again.
Oh, just a great move, as you said, Mark. He got through the line, did a real quick jab out to the right, and then opened it up, and he is such a load. It took 3 guys to drag him down there.
He's in the backfield to the right of Cole McAnulty. The H-back, Noah Henry. Cole's going to keep it, but they smother Cole and have him in the backfield for a loss of a yard back to the 38-yard line.
They didn't bite on the fake, did they? They had
Dan Smith on that tackle. They'll lose a yard back to the 11. On that read option, he kept it, and Smith had it diagnosed.
He faked the toss to Hill, thinking the defense would chase, but they did not. Good job by the Stingers.
Hey, we want to send a shout-out to Austin Rako watching tonight's game. Austin, good to have you on board. 2nd down and 11. Cole McAnulty hands it off to Landon. Landon plows over the 40, lowers the shoulder, and gets to the 46-yard line with another determined effort. That play is going to cover about 8 yards, actually, from the 38 to the 46-yard line. Defensively for Marion Center, Alec Valya on the tackle. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Homer Center leading 6-0. This drive started at their own 15. They have a big 3rd down play here, 3rd down and a long 3. And Cole McAnulty takes the direct snap, going to throw an out pattern. Krajosic has it, goes through his fingertips. Michael would like to have that one back, and Homer Center is going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, you won't see that too often. That was right there. I think Michael was looking up to go upfield before the ball got there. Take your eye off. That's what happens, even to the good ones.
Krajosic will regroup and punt. Played a big part in last week's game with 2 big punts, including a 51-yarder. He's number 1 in the Heritage Conference, 7 punts, 38.4 average. Marion Center has T.J. Lynn back along with Brady Tonkin. From the 46, the line of scrimmage, and the snap is good. And Krajosic gets a high kick, another good one. Fair catch called for by T.J. Lynn at the 21-yard line. And Homer Center, after a 33-yard punt and no return, will go on defense, and Marion Center's offense trots back out.
Nice job, though. Nice high floating kick, gives your defender's chance to get down under it, forces a fair catch. So now Homer's D, which performed very well in that first set. Let's see what they can do here against a versatile Marion Center offense. I would look for Ty Ryan to open up a little bit.
Ryan, 47 of 80, 754 yards. This offense of the Stingers averages 27.3 points a game, 131 yards rushing, 189 passing, 320 totals, 4th in the conference. But they hand it off, and churning those legs is Alex Stewart for the Marion Center Stingers. Doesn't get a lot from the 21, maybe to the 22, 23-yard line. Mason Bell and also Justin Walbeck on the stop for the Homer Center Wildcats. We'll call it a deuce for a gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Sorry, guys. I'm glad you did that, Chris. I know.
Receiver near side for the Stingers is Dakota Bracken. And a motion penalty, I think. Yep, illegal procedure on the Stingers with 61 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6-0 Homer Center. They scored on the game's opening drive, so that'll put Marion Center behind the chains. Something Adam Rising was upset with his team last week. The penalties, very first play of the game against Purchase Line, they had a false start, and it kind of set the tone for a disastrous, to say the least, first half where they trailed 34-0.
Yeah, they can really mess you up, but you think 5-yarders don't, but I've said it time and again, they're drive killers. So you get those kind of penalties too often, it's going to really take you right out of the ballgame.
Right cornerback is Colin Troop. To the left, Michael Krajosic and Riley Clevenger. Safety is Anthony Rowland, and Ty Ryan, direct snap, going to set up a screen in the middle, and the Wildcats trip up the receiver. They do pick up some short yardage on that play, Brady Tonkin. I'm sure that's something they saw on film last week. West Shamokin had some big success with. Justin Walbeck stayed home, made that tackle. Picks up about 8 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Stingers. We'll see if they run another play. 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Brought to you by friends of Jim Struzzi.
Yeah, West Shamokin ran what I considered an ideal screen last week.
They reposition the tight end Lutz from left to right. They have split backs behind Ryan, and I think they're just going to let it roll out, and the first quarter is going to come to a close. Thank you, Jim Struzzi, friends of Jim Struzzi, for making the first quarter possible here on WCCS and on our video network. By the way, our video stream is available on, just go to the WCCS Facebook page, like us first, by all means, and then click on the link, and you can watch tonight's game free of charge. We don't hide behind a paywall here on the WCCS video streams. We are free of charge. It's 6-0 Homer Center after 1 on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
For Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
Buy a new or pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Helping me to overcome Ward of Hilliard's celery. How's the carrots tonight? Big play here for Marion Center, and the Wildcats, on the other hand, would like to get off the field defensively. Ty Ryan from the gun. Protectors Alex Stewart. He boots to his left, sets up, throws on the run, and it's almost intercepted by Colin Troop as he stepped in front of the intended receiver, TJ Lynn. I think that's Lynn. Is that 11? Let's see. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be 4th down and 6 for Marion Center. 5 ticks into this second quarter with Homer Center leading 6-0.
Riley Clevenger undercut that and almost had it, and then boom, bounced off Troop's hands because he lost sight of it for a brief second. But nevertheless, good job by the defensive secondary. They got beat around pretty good last week, but they're doing pretty well tonight here.
To punt, it's Lutz. Line drive, low kick taken by Krajosik on the run at the 45. Toward the Marion Center sideline. Gets by one defender to the 40. And still on his feet as he gets inside the 30, well, he didn't get inside the 35. He got inside the 40 and he was dancing around a little bit right in front of the Marion Center bench on the far side of the field.
Good return, 4-down territory for this Wildcat offense.
On the kick coverage team, Dakota Bracken on that punt for Marion Center. 29 yards and a pretty good return.
About 15, was it? 18. See, that's why I don't keep stats right there. Thank you, Jerry.
I was going through the tape last week, doing the stats. I do that to help Coach Page, and I have your cheat sheets, if that's what you want to call them. Boy, I was just shaking my head.
Well, it's a tough job when you're trying to
Somebody
talk.
has to do it. Plus, you were waterlogged, right? The moisture got to you.
Yeah, oh, that was bad, yeah.
1st and 10, Homer Center starts at the Marion Center 38-yard line, and there's a whistle and a flag and delay of game on Homer Center.
Oh, that is not a good penalty to start a drive in the opponent's territory.
I thought they were taking a long time just getting onto the field. They were huddled around the coaching staff.
I wouldn't doubt they're going to run whatever they had called in the first place.
So back to the 43.
Troop back in the ball game now. Boy, that's just a luxury to have two backs like this.
Twin receivers near side, and they give it to Colin. Colin to the 40. Colin leans to the 36-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 7 yards. They get that penalty yardage back, plus a couple more. Brady Tonkin on the stop for the Marion Center Stingers. Marion Center's defense allowing 19 points a game. Of course, they were just scorched last week by Purchase Line. Only 110 yards rushing, 82 yards passing, 192 a game overall. That's really a pretty good number.
Yeah, it is.
Fourth in the Heritage Conference. Second down and 7 for the Cats. And Cole McInally looking to pass, going to step up and throw deep for a receiver in the end zone, and running under it and can't get to it. Deep in the end zone is Michael Krajosik. That was almost a spectacular throw and catch on both ends as Krajosik got behind the secondary, but now it'll be third down and about 7 to go for Homer Center.
He turned the Jets on, did he not? He was well shy of that ball until he opened up another gear. The defender did not have another gear, but he just didn't quite get there.
From the 35-yard line of Marion Center, Homer Center leading 6-0 a minute into this second quarter, probably 4-down territory, so I would not be surprised to see a rush here.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking.
Anthony Rowland, receiver to the near side. Slot receivers Zenizak, and they do hand it off to Troop, and Troop is hit by Marion Center's Landon Bennett. Bennett stops him as he approaches the 30-yard line, going to be about 3 yards shy of a first down. See where they put the football down. It's actually at the 31-yard line, so they need a solid 3. And Coach Page signals in the play.
When you got a running game like this, you can feel pretty comfortable calling these long passes.
Sidecar to the right is Colin Troop. H-back is Noah Henry, and Cole's looking to pass, throws, and too tall. That play well defended by Marion Center's Ty Ryan. And the Stingers are going to take over. We'll step out quickly for 30. 10-19 to play in the first half. 6-0 Wildcats on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
And in Lipniscus, Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
As we come back to give to Brady Tonkin, and Tonkin is dragged down from behind. Noah Henry, or Mason Bell, I should say, made that tackle. By the way, speaking of Noah Henry, last week we had Isaiah Bentz on the sack, and then the fumble that came into the hands of Ward, help me out, against West Shamokin. It was a critical play in the game. It was actually Noah Henry that made the hit that jarred the ball from Bo Schwartz, and I think maybe it went into the hands of Mason Bell.
Oh, that could be, but
or Landon Hill, one of the two.
Henry was in on that tackle as well then.
Okay.
This last play.
Second down and 9 from the 32, and Ty Ryan throws, and it's behind the intended receiver for the Marion Center Stingers, Dakota Bracken. Again, Xavier Volya, we noticed in pregame, was not on the field, one of their key starters on both sides of the ball. And he has not played. We don't believe he's here. So third down and 9. Also, Liam Cornetto, Denny Mester, our spotter, spotted that he was in street clothes. And he's a contributor.
Yes.
6 receptions, actually. Receiver near side for the Stingers is Chase Stormer, a senior. And Ty Ryan. Pressure coming. They look to set up the screen, and it's diagnosed beautifully by Michael Yunt, who smothers the receiver, Brady Tonkin, and it's going to lose yardage back to the 30-yard line.
I think Yunt was in the Marion Center huddle. He saw that coming. He almost caught the ball Tonkin did well to catch it, seriously, and then Yunt was right there to just bear hug him down. So Wildcats are going to get, again, opportunity, decent field position here.
4th down and 12, and Lutz to punt, and the left footer gets it away. It's a kick that hits at the 46-yard line of Homer Center and takes a Homer Center bounce, and it's quickly tabbed down at the 47-yard line. A punt covering only 23 yards, says our statistician Jerry Rossi, who's an expert, as you know, Ward, in his field.
Yes, he is.
Quick Stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Jerry, the only spotter in the Heritage Conference that has his own sponsor.
I'm telling you, it's tough in this booth. I've been pushed back to the wall right now here.
8:54 to play in the first half. 6-0 Homer Center. Landon Hill, the running back to the left of Cole McAnulty. Wildcats operate right to left, and they hand it to Hill. Hill sidesteps a tackler, gets into Marion Center territory. Not a large gain, but a positive gain. Tackled by Brady Tonkin of the Marion Center Stingers.
It's a big guy, but he, as I've said time and again, he moves his feet so well. That's a win on first down. That's a solid 4-yard pickup. Homer keeps pounding it. They're going to keep getting it.
By the way, before I forget, belated happy birthday wishes. I called him on my way to Michigan on Sunday. Of course, I called a lot of people on a long trip. You know how I am.
Yes.
Try not to drive and be on the phone that much, but we'll get back to it. The give to Hill. Hill breaks an ankle tackle, has a first down to the Marion Center 41-yard line. Outstanding run by Landon Hill, and I think defensively for the Stingers that was Dakota Bracken and also Braden Reckenbaugh,
who is also their kicker.
But anyway, back to the birthday wish. I had a nice chat with Jerry Page.
Oh, yes.
He celebrated a birthday on the 20th. They had a little dinner, and we'll get back to that in a second. 1st and 10 from the Stinger, 41 for Homer Center. Cats lead 6-0. Cole McAnulty hands it off. Good quick cut by Hill again to the 35. I'll tell you what, this Hill kid is a heck of a running back, and he's only a sophomore. He missed last year. What did he have? Brady Tonkin, by the way, on the tackle. Was it a concussion issue? I'm trying to think what he had. Oh, no, actually, he had like a chest or sternum injury, something along those lines. That's right. That's why we pay Dennis the big bucks, too. We spare no expense with this crew that we have here.
Noah Henry is in as a sidecar here.
Yep, pistol back is Hill, and Hill gets the handoff. Hill up the middle. First down, fumbles the football. It's picked up by Marion Center, and with the football, it is Dakota Bracken for the Stingers. Turnover, Homer Center. We're going to step out. 7:08 to play here in the first half. Wildcats were on the march. Too bad for Homer Center. Marion Center will take that break. We'll see what they can do with it, trailing 6-0 when we return on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
State Senator Joe Pittman wishing all our student athletes and their families every success on the gridiron. Friday night lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for our students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. These have been challenging times, and I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
44. Brought down quickly by number 44, Mason Bell, number 61, Michael Yon.
Back with you on the carry as we come back. It was quarterback Ty Ryan. Ryan around the left end and tackled by Michael Yunt. 6:35 clock moving first half. 6-0 Homer Center. Marion Center with a 2nd down and 9 after the fumble recovery. And Ryan looking to pass, dancing around in the pocket. Now leaves the pocket, and he's going to be dropped as he gets to the 35-yard line. He'll gain 3 or 4 on the tackle, Vinny Taglietti for the Wildcats.
Good job of contained there by the Cats. You know, Ryan is a very good runner. If he gets loose, he could cause problems. Once again, a turnover, one of the keys of the game is that's what Stingers needed to do. Right now, they're trying to do something with that first turnover.
Normally, Marion Center with 9 senior starters, 1 junior and a sophomore. But as I mentioned, Xavier Balya not here. I want to say hello to my wife, Debbie, watching the stream. Said it looks good. Thank you very much, Deb. 3rd down and 4. And a flag or a timeout going to be called by Marion Center. Timeouts all night long brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers. They remind you now's the time to stop by either of their convenient locations in downtown Indiana for a long, long time and at the Indiana Mall. You can lay away your holiday gifts. IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues with 5:45 to play in the first half. It's Homer Center 6 and the Marion Center Stingers nothing on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Maybe I'll...
Yeah.
Coming back. As we come back, Ty Ryan on third down and 4. His pass, an out pattern, incomplete, intended for Marion Center's Chase Stormer, and I think Ty just released that ball a little bit too early and misfired on it.
I think that's a product of the heavy rush that Homer has been putting on him. He's just not comfortable right now back there, Mark. Now, he's a senior. He'll settle in. Homer needs to take advantage of his inaccuracies now, though, if they want to take control of this game.
Lutz to punt. Here's the kick. It's very, very high. End over end, calling for a fair catch is Krajosik, and he takes it. 30-yard punt, no return. We have immediate timeout on the field. Time for immediate timeout with 5:36 to play in the first half. It's Homer Center 6 and the Marion Center Stingers nothing on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Oh, now you do your job.
Football time, and that means time to stop by Luxembourg's Jewelers and lay away great gifts for the holidays. Luxembourg's offers a huge selection of diamonds and gems mounted in your favorite ring, pendant, or earrings. Score big with great giftware selections like keychains or pens, custom plaques and trophies for that special award. Team up with Luxembourg's Jewelers for that perfect gift and lay away today. Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall, downtown, or on the web at luxembourgs.com. Luxembourg's Jewelers, we are Indiana's Jewelers.
Well, Homer Center, the turnover hurt, but the defense did a good job, and Cole McAnally on the read option into the secondary. Has running room, comes near side, gets a block from Rowland to midfield to the Wildcat bench and into Marion Center territory where Alex Stewart chases him down at the 47-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 19 yards for Cole McAnally. Very quickly on the out-of-town scoreboard, United 14, Northern Cambria nothing in the first quarter. Battle of winless teams. Purchase Line jumps up on rival Penns Manor. Same score, 14-0 in the first. Cambria Heights, West Shamokin tied at 7. Nothing in from River Valley and Conemaugh Township. WPIAL at Offutt Stadium. It's 7-6 Greensburg-Salem. First and 10 Homer Center. From the Stinger 47, Colin Troop with a double H-back, Walbeck and Noah Henry, and they give it to Troop. Troop off the right side, big running room to the 40, 35, 30. Still on his feet, heading far sideline to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Right sideline, right pylon, touchdown. Unbelievable run by Colin Troop. Troop the second leading ground gainer in the Heritage Conference, just put on an unbelievable effort, breaking several tackles along the way for his 6th rushing touchdown. 12-0 Homer Center. That was sensational.
Great run, and that's a product, again, of being able to switch your backs. He had some time to take a break last series, so he wasn't in the game. Landon Hill was, but what a great run. Broke a couple tackles. Right before that, Anthony Rowland, spectacular block on that on the run of Cole McEnulty. Just flattened T.J. Lynn out there. That was a hard hit.
They'll go for 2. Colin Troop catches his breath. He's a sidecar to the left. They fake it to him. Cole hurdles over a would-be tackler, Brady Tonkin, into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's 2-point conversion, and it's 14-0 Homer Center. That was pretty nifty too on a 3-yard 2-point conversion. IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues with the score now: Homer Center 14 and the Marion Center Stingers nothing, with 5:14 to play in the half. We'll come back with a Wildcat kickoff after this on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
As for our Luther Ford drive summary, with Homer Center now leading 14-0, Ward, what do you have?
Had 2 plays, 66 yards in 22 seconds. Wow, that turned the game real quick, didn't it?
Drive summary, driven by Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City. Kick, and it's taken by Ty Ryan, and he has a good return into Wildcat territory. Goes Ty Ryan all the way to the 45-yard line. Stingers need something to tilt this game back in their favor. They thought they had it on the fumble recovery. Jared Arsargas on the tackle on the kick coverage team. But Homer Center's defense, a big play, and then the Wildcats took advantage of the lift from the defense. Coach Page very upset with the special team effort there. And Stingers, with 5:08 remaining, is going to start in Wildcat territory.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving up that type of a return. It just, the coverage wasn't there. I know Mason Bell was flying down the field straight on and kind of got juked out. And that opened the hole up for Ryan to make that nice return. So they're in 4-down territory.
Chase Stormer, receiver near side. Ty Ryan looking, throwing over the middle, slant pattern, deflected away, intercepted by Krajosic at the 18. Here comes the speedy Krajosic, gets by Stormer to the 40-yard line. His 4th pick, and he fumbles the football, but Justin Walbeck jumps on it for Homer Center. Wow. Krajosic can be so exciting, and he coughed up the football there, but Johnny on the spot was Justin on the spot for Homer Center.
Great defensive play. Right on. The pass was thrown very well right to the receiver, who had a pretty good shot at it, but Krajosic managed to grab the ball out of his arms, basically, and then, again, he loves to return this stuff in the open field. Didn't realize he'd have some pressure from behind, though. Good Johnny on the spot by Justin on the spot, Wallback.
So the kickoff return, which I thought might give Marion Center some momentum. First play, interception. Wildcats have it at their own 43, leading by 14. And we have a new quarterback in there for Homer Center, and it's Anthony Rowland, who stood up by Landon Bennett and like a pinball. Finally goes down. So we'll see Cole McEnulty. They have ice on his left knee down on the trainer's table. So that's not good news for Homer Center.
Not at all. I don't think it's serious, Mark. I saw him come off. He was smiling down there when they were working on it, but I'm sure he's not smiling sitting on the bench.
So Anthony Rowland had a 75, I'd have to pull my stat sheets out, but I think a 75-yard run against, who was that, United in a reserve role. He's a senior, knows the playbook well, and there's illegal procedure on Homer Center. So different cadence maybe Coach Page
Yeah.
not going to buy that the way he's reacting.
Not at all happy. No, he never is when there's a penalty like that.
4:11 to play here in the first half. It's 14-0 Homer Center. They restart the clock. We'll be under 4 minutes remaining in the quarter by the time they snap this ball. Receivers,
Ideally, you'd like to just drive it, score, and it'll be eat the quarter up.
Riley Clevenger, receiver near side, as they flood trips up top. And they give on a read option to Landon Hill. Landon bounces it outside, makes a quick cut, first down yardage. Boy, he is slick. Landon Hill all the way to the Marion Center 41-yard line on the tackle. Brady Tonkin for the Homer Center Wildcats. They put it down at the 42. So that'll be a gain of, 7 plus 8 is 15.
Slam and bam in the backfield, either one. These guys are just incredible, quick feet.
56 yards for, maybe that's not updated yet. 56, 66, 71 yards for Landon Hill. Quick stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Landon has the football again, this time a short gain from one side of the 40 to the other on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers. Let's see. Getting up off the bottom of the pile is Parker Black. Gain of about 3 as we approach the 3-minute mark of this first half. 14-0 Homer Center.
Clevenger limping off the field.
Mentioned Jerry Page, the legendary coach of Laurel Valley, 89th birthday. Had a great talk with him. Coach Page, Greg, his 100th victory last week. He only needs 107 more to pass Jerry's 206. Here's the give to Colin Troop. And he gallops, kind of a galloping style there. Wasn't it, Ward, all the way to the 30-yard line. And another first down for a gain of 9 on the tackle, Dixon Harkins.
Well, you don't get a break, huh? You put Hill in, and he bangs around, and then he comes out. He's got a little bit of a thigh problem from the looks of it down there. Not too comfortable.
Yeah, Cole McAnulty out of the lineup on the trainer's table with ice. And to give to Colin Troop, little stop and go. Very deliberate running and effective running inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. On the tackle, Alex Stewart. Let's credit this offensive line for Homer Center in the first half, doing a good job. Isaiah Bentz wearing his new number 66 jersey. You can tell the white is a little bit different. They somehow missed it in the order, and it finally came in. So he's back to 66. Succiarelli back to 62. Sage Bernard left guard, Aiden Bikina the center, and he snaps it to Anthony Rowland, who's going to keep it. Anthony makes a man miss, has another first down inside the 20 as he protects that football, gets to the 18. With 1:52, they stop the clock to move the chains as we bring it to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. Ty Ryan on that tackle for the Marion Center Stingers. And I think the Stingers, if they want to stay in this game, they desperately need to stop.
They need to stop this drive. You're right, Mark. This is exactly what your offense wants to do, is keep moving it, eat the clock up, and then punch it in for a score. It really takes the wind out of your opponent.
Trip receivers near side, and Anthony, read option, keeps it, and spun down at the 15-yard line. Be a gain of about 3, rolling under 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Homer Center leading 14-0 on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers, Alec Valya.
Homer trying to pick up the pace a little bit.
Riley Clevenger, receiver to the left boundary, the ball in the center of the field, and Anthony Rowland takes the snap, hands it off to Troop, up the middle, hard nose running inside the 5, going to set up first and goal, a gain of about 12 yards or so. And the Wildcats with, they'll stop the clock with triple ones, 1-1-1 on the clock. They restart it. On the video side upstairs, I know we have Katie Dotz, Dakota Bracken on the stop for the Marion Center Stingers. Chris, who's our student camera person? Justly Sharp, who worked last week. Thank you, Justly. Down below us, first and goal, Homer Center. Under a minute to play. Anthony Rowland takes the snap, hands it off. He goes in standing up, almost untouched. Colin Troop from 3 yards out, his second touchdown of the night. The degree of difficulty a lot less on his second touchdown. And the Wildcats now lead 20-0 over the Marion Center Stingers with 45 seconds left in this first half as Homer Center takes advantage of the Krajosic interception, and they drive it 57 yards.
I was asked what I thought Homer's chances were tonight, and I said if that line keeps playing the way they have been playing with those running backs, they're going to win.
Anthony Rowland, the backup quarterback, pulls Marion Center, I think, offside unless Homer Center flinched, but I don't think so. It's offside. Marion Center, so they'll move it up to the 1.5-yard line. The Luther Ford drive summary, 9 plays, 57 yards, took 4:07 and 4 first downs. And Troop on the 2-point conversion, it's good. And the Wildcats 22-0 over Marion Center. IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues from Memorial Field on Homer City on a beautiful early fall night. It's Homer Center 22 and the Marion Center Stingers nothing on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
For Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
Oh boy. Well, let's see what this Wildcat kick team does here, Ward. They've really struggled here tonight.
That's about the only thing that hasn't worked for them this year.
It's going to be Rowland kicking off, and it's a good kick over the head of Marion Center's T.J. Lynn. Picks it up at the 3-yard line. Heads far sideline. Zenizak has him lined up, and he tiptoes out of bounds as he gets over the 20. Well, that's the way you kick the ball.
Yep, and they got a flag at the 10 there. Bud.
It's holding or blocking the back on Marion Center,
boy.
so that's going to back them up from the spot of the foul. So good job by Rowland to kick off, and on the kick coverage team, Austin Zenizak.
You give Anthony credit. You know, he did play some in the backup role last year, so he's had varsity experience. And
you know what? The Wildcats,
he's showing that.
I think the Wildcats have all 3 timeouts remaining.
You may be right. I don't recall them taking any. This is not a real good position here for the Stingers. Was it the 5?
Yep. Well, let's see what happens here. Marion Center trailing 22-0. Wildcats have defeated the Stingers 8 straight years. Of course, they didn't play last year. And there's a flag and illegal procedure on the Stingers. Boy, they were plagued with the penalties last week. And now they're going to back them up to the 2.5-yard line. That's about the, what, Jerry, 3rd or 4th penalty? Quick Stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank.
That's a feature you would get from myself, yours truly here.
Well, you don't have your own sponsor
Penalties.
Either. Boy, I'd have a hard time selling a
you
sponsorship for you as a statistician.
It'd be tough. I'd have to buy it myself.
Ryan under his center, Parker Black. Split backs behind him, and the handoff to Alec Stewart, and Alec is hit as he gets to about the 5-yard line. Let's see if the Wildcats stop it. It's still rolling, 28 seconds. And a little bit surprised if they have all 3 timeouts. Walbeck on the tackle. So the Wildcats are going to be contented with the lead here. Ward, if you had 3 timeouts, why not use them?
Well, you can't keep them. They all go away.
First half's going to come to a close. A good one it was for Homer Center as they lead it 22-0. Stay with us for our ITT Indiana Total Therapy halftime report. We will have radio replays, and I think on the video side, Andy Hart, if you're listening, our digital producer, I think we have a feature from the Homer Center Comm Media Department on the marching band, right? So we'll have that, not on radio, but on video. You can pick up the video link. Just go to our WCCS Facebook page, and you'll find the link to the video on the WCCS YouTube channel, or you could go to youtube.com and search Homer Center versus Marion Center football. And you'll find the video stream as we have you covered on multiple platforms here tonight. Want to say hello to our good friend Jimmy Sutter viewing tonight's game. It's 22-0 Homer Center over the Marion Center Stingers, and you're listening to it right here on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Digital Network.
Homer Center Marching Band has turned heads after debuting their halftime show due to their remarkable daring stunts. Their show Radioactive, featuring hit tunes by Britney Spears, System of a Down, and Imagine Dragons, continues to impress crowds throughout their season. While performing their show, musicians stand atop of barrels, swap out their black plumes for green ones, and include impactful standstill moments. After each halftime performance, their audience bursts into applause.
We are always trying to do something new and exciting, something that's fun for our students but also entertaining for our crowd. With that in mind, when we were doing this year's show, we immediately knew we had some opportunities to try some new things and to try some new stunts, and that's what inspired us to go that route this year and give it a shot.
Overall, I think that I like the show a lot this year. It's really cool. The theme's really cool, nuclear fallout and everything. The stunts that we have this year are like pretty new. I mean, we've always, done some little things that make us stand out from other bands, but I think this year it's like a lot, and it's really cool and interesting to see how like everyone handles it and everything. Everyone's been handling it pretty well, honestly. Being someone who does one of the stunts, it is a bit daunting at first to do it, but I mean, once you kind of like get a hold of it, it's pretty.
This upcoming fall, the band strives to take yet another win home from their championship competition. The band is currently a 3-time winning District 6 champion, taking home their first win in 2018. Although hesitant, the band's director, John Stolars, is ready to bring the show to their upcoming competitions.
Some work in some areas, but overall I think I'm pretty confident with how we're going to do in competition season this year.
I'm thrilled for this season to come. I'm thrilled for us to get an opportunity to get back out there and do what our students love to do. I feel very confident in where the show is and where our students are right now. But more than that, I'm just excited for them to have something back that was taken away from them for the last 18 months. So we're just excited to get back at it and get another opportunity to perform.
You're going to get cemented there.
I need to put a backup battery for that thing on top.
Okay.
I need to raise
There's a button on the right side of the battery, right here.
Okay.
You just push that in and it pops right up.
All right.
Okay, so that's just backup. I think we need to finish this conversation Monday and do it too. I think I should be able to call you by your first name.
Because this is how they get the audio for the band.
Okay. All right. Just tell me what you need me to do.
You do well for the next year to graduate.
Thank you.
theirs, and so is this. But that battery and the rest of this is ours. So when the game's over, just bring it upstairs, and I'll take it back home.
I'm Joe Pittman. Indiana County and its neighbors in the 41st District are Western Pennsylvania. Hardworking, independent people, the energy supplier to millions. We need a voice in Harrisburg, and I humbly ask for your vote for Senator from the 41st District.
Toxic by Britney Spears, Toxicity by System of a Down, and Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Please enjoy our 2021 production, Radioactive.
It was an accident at the 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant, which is located on an island in the Susquehanna River, 10 miles from Harrisburg.
It's now clear that the Soviet Union has suffered one of the worst disasters in the history of nuclear power. Massive quantities of radiation have apparently been released. An accident at the Chernobyl power station.
Japan's nuclear power plants are becoming a major concern. Essentially, the reactors have lost the capability of pumping cooling water into the core. Now, if the water levels drop, there is a chance of a meltdown.
Core overheating. Nuclear meltdown imminent.
The band would like to thank the Homer Center Band Boosters for all of their hard work for our students. We would also like to thank the parents, community, school board, and administration for your continued support. If you would like to support the band in the competition, or you'd just like another chance for some delicious Band Boosters concessions, join us on October 9th here at the friendly confines of the Memorial Field as we host the tournament of...
Shannon Lutniskus, Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana, is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
For Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
Every day, businesses open with a determination to make this day better than yesterday. Families work to create a better life. Communities come together to provide better opportunities. At First Commonwealth, we're proud to be part of this journey to a better tomorrow, to provide resources that help businesses succeed, to inspire families to save for a brighter financial future, to help support our communities and keep them strong, and be better together every day.
For pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
Roland's kick, covered by number 2, Alex Stewart. The Stingers will start 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Brady Tonkin with the carry, met immediately in the backfield by number 66, Isaiah Bentz. Loss of a yard and a half, 2nd down and 12. Ryan's pass completed to number 11, TJ Lynn, brought down immediately by number 24, Michael Krajosik.
gain of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 9. Ryan's pass intended for number 26 Dakota Bracken falls incomplete. 4th down and 9. Butts his punt down by number 21 Brady Tonkin. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 16-yard line. Congratulations to Rob Gearhart. Rob Gearhart of Homer City, our 50-50 winner tonight.
Not better, but one guy that remains healthy and productive is Colin Troop, who just first down plows for first down yardage. Dixon Harkins on the stop.
That gain is enough for Wildcat first down.
Stingers, the gain from 16 up to 28. By my count, that's 12 yards.
A nice hole on the left side there. Looks like that was Benz. Let's see if Bernard will open that.
From the gun, Anthony Rowland, backup quarterback, hands it off. Quick move at the line of scrimmage. Troop takes it outside, gets a nice block by Krajosic into Marion Center territory where he's forced out of bounds by Alex Stewart of the Marion Center Stingers. But from the 28 to the 47 of Marion Center, that's a 25-yard gain.
So impressed by the development of Colin Troop as a runner, knowing where to go, when to make a cut, and then making the cut and turning on the jets, which is something I always say. You make one cut and then you go. And he's been doing that so well here.
1st down and 10. And a give to Walbeck, and Walbeck tackled for a loss by Brady Tonkin, and now a flag coming in as Riley Clevenger and TJ Lynn were tangled up. We understand the videos may be frozen, Andy?
It was Tonkin on the stop in the backfield.
The iPad is shutting down in the booth, we're told, for whatever reason.
Gremlins.
2nd down and 11. We've got a penalty. Let's see who it's
both
on.
Ways here. I don't know.
Personal foul, Marion Center. So it's going to go one way, and it's going to give Homer Center a 1st down. Want to say hello to the householders listening to the game on their way to from Dayton. I'm not sure if that's Dayton, Ohio, or Dayton, Pennsylvania.
Dayton, PA, well.
Want to say hello to Chris Graham down in Florida listening.
Hey,
HSG listening tonight. Let's see here.
4 down territory now for the Cats. Boy, that's not good news for the Stingers.
From the 33, Walbeck in the backfield, and it's a read option, and Anthony Rowland's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked and tackled for a loss. Not really a sack. It was a read option run all the way, and he's going to lose 7 yards back to the 40-yard line. Brady Tonkin on the stop for the Stingers, so that was kind of ugly.
Yeah, good job by the Stingers getting some penetration on that play. I know Justin Walbeck saying, hey, where's all that blocking I was watching here on the sidelines? I finally get in the game, and I'm getting crunched.
Well,
Stingers know this is the stand they've got to make. They stay in this game. They're down 3 scores.
H back to the left is Noah Henry. Give to Walbeck. Walbeck runs through one tackle and has yardage inside the 35 back to the 34-yard line, and there's a flag coming in. Was that a flag? Yeah, it was.
Yep. After the play.
I looked down at my notepad, Ward, so I didn't see what happened. Face mask. So maybe another big penalty on Marion Center.
You know, lost in all of this is as I mentioned, Justin, that he was, to me, I thought expected to carry a lot of the load this year from the running back spot.
Face mask is called against the Stingers.
Troop and Hill have just negated that need, and boy, that makes him so much more effective, especially when he can come in as a third back.
It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the
5-yard face mask. Second down.
Second down and 6.
Football resting at the Marion Center 29.
And again, another blessing having a kid like Anthony Rowland, who was competing for this job.
Rowland takes the direct snap, hands to Walbeck. Walbeck to the 25, to the 20, has another first down.
Over the left side picks up good yardage.
Helping block
by number 36, Gage
was Riley Clevenger of the Homer Center Wildcats. Clevenger getting some time on O. Gage Helburn on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers. The Wildcats trying to maybe deliver a knockout punch 3 minutes into this third quarter, leading 22-0. H back to the left again, Noah Henry. Sidecar to the right of Rowland is Walbeck, but it's Rowland keeping it. The ball, he was down. The ball came loose from Rowland at the 15-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 5 yards on that play. Marion Center defensively, Ty Ryan making the tackle.
On the play, 2nd down and 6.
Going to be 2nd down and 6. Football resting just inside the 15-yard line with Homer Center leading by 3 scores, 22-0. Wildcats will be at Penns Manor next week. We'll be on the air at 6:20 with the pregame show.
The big nose tackle off the field, Zaire Thornton. He's 6'2", 330.
From the shotgun, Rowland hands it off to Walbeck. Hole opened up by the right side of the line. He'll get about 4 more. Good job by Bikina, the center, Vinny Taglietti, the right guard, Mike Yount, right tackle. So it'll set up 3rd down and short on the tackle. Yeah, that was one I asked about a couple of times. I saw 61 on video, and we never got it. We never got the info. Shouldn't be that hard.
Left defensive tackle here. Let's see if we can get him off the
3rd down and about 2.5 to go for Homer Center. Ball in the center of the field from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. 3rd down and a deuce. And a flag going to be illegal procedure on the Homer Center Wildcats, so that'll turn a 3rd down and 2 into a 3rd down and 7. Again, new quarterback, sometimes different cadence. Ward, it takes some adjusting, although they've had about 3 series with Rowland, so Coach Page would probably say that's enough time for adjusting.
Yep, no excuse. Listen to the snap count.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7. They deploy Michael Krajosik to the right boundary in front of the Marion Center bench. Austin Zenizak, slot receiver, and throwing it, and Henry takes it at the 5. Henry into the end zone. Anthony Rowland, a touchdown pass covering 17 yards. And the Wildcats extend the lead 28-0. He was wide open, and Rowland delivered a strike. And Homer Center's on the board again.
You know, when you run the ball well, the defense just keeps cheating up a little bit, not paying attention to the receivers. Noah Henry, nice job of releasing into the flat, wide open. Nice pass by Anthony. Big touchdown for the Cats.
From the shotgun on the 2-point conversion, and they hand it off to Walbeck, and he's going to be stopped shy as a flag comes in. See what that penalty is all about. Jerry, officially on that touchdown pass, 16 yards. Noah Henry's first of the season. Good for him, coming back off of a serious knee injury.
Well, holding on Homer, that'll be declined.
So the 2-point conversion is no good. 7:08 to play here in the third quarter. Homer Center on their first possession of the second half, making things very difficult for the Stingers. It's now Homer Center 28 and the Marion Center Stingers nothing on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Football time, and that means time to stop by Luxembourg's Jewelers and lay away great gifts for the holidays. Luxembourg's offers a huge selection of diamonds and gems mounted in your favorite ring, pendant, or earrings. Score big with great giftware selections like keychains or pens, custom plaques and trophies for that special award. Team up with Luxembourg's Jewelers for that perfect gift and lay away today. Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall, downtown, or on the web at luxembourgs.com. Luxembourg's Jewelers, we are Indiana's Jewelers.
Roland's kick covered by number 2, Alex Stewart.
Squib kick by Anthony Rowland. Gets by, bounces off of Stewart, but he jumps on it, gives some ground back to the 34-yard line where Marion Center will take over. That Luther Ford drive summary, 10 plays, 62 yards, took 3 minutes and 56 seconds, picked up 5 first downs along the way. Wildcat drives have been 10 plays, 9 plays, 2 plays, and again 10 plays.
Having a good running game really develops your personality here. Trips way left here.
And they're going to throw a little flanker screen out there to T.J. Lynn. Lynn breaks one tackle, comes near sideline, has good yardage, 7 yards up to the 42-yard line. Be a gain of about 8. Mason Bell on the tackle for the Homer Center Wildcats. Marion Center next week, Cambria Heights to Dr. John Molino Stadium. Little different look there, WA, from the Stingers, and it worked
They're trying
effectively.
to open up a little more now. Again, it's up to Ty Ryan to get himself some time and to settle down. They're doing it the right side now.
They stacked trips to the right in front of the Wildcat bench. And quarterback draw. Ty Ryan spins for a first down up to about the 45-yard line. Isaiah Bentz gets up off the bottom of the pile along with Vinny Taglietti.
Isaiah Bentz and Vinny Taglietti.
Homer only had 2 guys in coverage. I don't know what the thinking was there, unless they were blowing a coverage. But
Marion Center picks up their second first down.
That's amazing, isn't it? This defense is just getting so much better.
Ball at the 44-yard line, just shy of the 45, so we'll call it a spot of the 45-yard line. Halfway through this third quarter, Homer Center leading 28-0. Taking the direct snap, Ty Ryan again throws out in the flat. Wildcats have that one diagnosed as T.J. Lynn is tackled in his tracks. Might even lose a yard. We'll see. Oh, it's incomplete?
Clevenger on the coverage.
Yeah.
Clevenger forced him, I guess, to drop the ball.
Never really had possession. Yeah, he was trying to go, but yeah, it rolled off toward the sidelines there.
Ward, you have those X-ray eyes.
Yeah. They're old eyes. They just happen to see that thing come flying out, and you saw by the player reactions here.
Second down and 10. Deep drop. Ryan steps up in the pocket. Now he wants to run. And he's met by Justin Walbeck and then Mason Bell with an assist. They limit him to a gain of about 3 or 4. Ryan deep drop and then stepped up and.
You know what? You gotta give credit to the defensive game plan Homer has. They're waiting there. The linebackers aren't running around. They're staying at home. And Ryan is such a good runner. That could have gone for a touchdown because he had receivers all going deep. But there's Justin.
Third down and 7 for the Marion Center Stingers. Football resting just over their own 47-yard line. They trail Homer Center by 4 scores, 28-0. Chase Stormer, receiver near side, wide side of the field toward the Wildcat bench. Play action pass. Ryan throws over the middle, has a receiver for a first down, and that is Marion Center's Alec Volya for first down of the Wildcat 40, so they convert the third down.
Now that was Ty Ryan that I've seen in the past there. He got back, set himself, and then threw a bullet right in there. In the middle. They haven't thrown much in the middle. He hung in there that time, so nice pickup for the Stingers. Desperately needed pickup, I should say.
Walbeck credited with the tackle, football at the 40-yard line in the center of the field, which looks magnificent thanks to the grounds crew, Mr. Steiner and Mr. Wilson, under the guidance of Ed Sutter, who gave me some beef jerky, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ed.
I got some
Play action
too.
pass, pressure coming up the middle, throws over the middle, intercepted by Walbeck. Ryan picked off for the second time tonight. I don't think he saw Justin Walbeck, who dropped in pass coverage from the linebacker position. And Walbeck has his second interception in as many weeks. He had one last week at West Shamokin, and Marion Center turns it over.
Yeah, he was backing up the throw because of the pressure and just didn't get a lot on the ball. Tried to get it over, Justin.
Media timeout on the field with 4:19 to play in the third quarter. It's all Homer Center looking to win their fourth game in a row. It's 28-0 Homer Center on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
For Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
It is in the press box.
You back, Andy? What would cause that? Certainly not hot.
That yours?
Homer Center off of the turnover from their own 40. And Anthony Rowland gives to Colin Troop, who's back in there. And Colin Troop, nothing doing there because Landon Bennett stepped and plugged that hole and dropped him right at the line of scrimmage.
Give the Stingers credit. They've been playing a lot of defense tonight, and they've made a pretty good account of themselves. They're just unable to stop his juggernaut there. And Homer Center is throwing at him.
Under 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Wildcats with the only score. They led 22-0 at the half. It's 28-0 now. Backup quarterback Anthony Rowland still in there, and I think he will be for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Give and Colin Troop kind of carrying that ball loosely, but he gets away with it. But he's going to be gang tackled and right at the line of scrimmage. Ty Ryan, among others, leading the way. Also in there for Marion Center, Dixon Harkins. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Speaking of backup quarterbacks, Homer Center's freshman quarterback, Angelo Alexander, has a broken bone in his foot that, or toe, something along those lines. So he's on the shelf for a few weeks. So it's going to be Roland's show here, I would think, the rest of the way.
In all likelihood, yes.
3rd down and 10. Receiver near side for Homer Center into the game is Zach Rouser. Slot receiver is Austin Zenizak, and Roland wants to throw, and he lays it out there for Zenizak, but he can't quite run under it at the 35-yard line. So the Wildcats are going to go 3 and out, and they don't pick up a yard. One of the few times we've seen that.
That's a good job by the Stinger D. They're still playing out there. I'm sure Coach Rising's happy to see that.
2:48 clock stopped on the incompletion. Wildcats sent out the punt team. Michael Krajosik. Long snappers Riley Clevenger. He's done a good job in this department. It's a critical area. You got to be good in special teams, and since opening night, the Wildcats' punting game's been good. Riley, good strong snap, and Krajosik gets the kick away. Floating kick, fair catch called for. TJ Lynn fumbles it and jumps on it, at the 31-yard line, a 28-yard punt. So the Stingers will take over at their own 31.
Got a nice little fire going down there at the school teddies. Maybe roasting some marshmallows. Who knows?
It'd be nice if they would send us a hot dog, don't you think? Or what's that scoreboard say? That's not right. 24.
28.
Something's wrong with the scoreboard. 241.
The entire one has burned out.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
I didn't notice it before.
I didn't either until you mentioned it.
So Marion Center from their own 31-yard line. Chase Stormer in front of the Wildcat bench, a wide out, and Ty Ryan throws and has a receiver for 9 yards. That's Brady Tonkin, tackled by Riley Clevenger of the Homer Center Wildcats. So Marion Center starting to move the ball a little bit in this second half, but they shot themselves in the foot with the pick from Walbeck.
Yeah, Homer's pressure just continues because that time Ryan had a little time here. You could see he's a little more comfortable, made a nice throw.
Caleb Palmer was in there defensively, comes out. Tony Arone, longtime defensive coordinator, taps him on the helmet. Second down and a yard from the Stinger 41. And Ty Ryan, quarterback keeper, has a first down. Wildcats trying to get him to the ground. Great effort by Ryan, who won't go down, but he finally does as he approaches the 45-yard line. So a gain of about 4 yards on that.
We think there's 150-something going on. I don't know what's burned out.
That's crazy. The whole right side.
Yeah, there's no number on the right side. So it ain't just the one. Ain't. That's a good word. Miss Belfort would have my hide for that.
1st and 10 Stingers at their own 45 will be out of Penns Manor next week. We'll show if Katie's listening up above, she can show the scoreboard and fans will see what we're talking about. Now the officials are discussing the problem with the scoreboard. It's running on the scoreboard panel I'm hearing in the headset. It's just not translating to the scoreboard. They had plans to replace the scoreboard here at Memorial Field, but then COVID hit, and it kind of got put on the back burner. They could replace the scoreboard, the fencing.
Well, I look across the way there about that third tree over. There was a hole down under that fence. I know a fella that used to come in that way.
The press box, well, at least we're not getting rained on
Well, they
inside.
did fix some of it, yeah.
Well, they stopped the leaks.
The leaks were stopped.
They have plans. Fred Hintermeyer was a big supporter of Homer Center athletics, and he passed away last year, and the memorial contributions went to press box renovations, and I know that's still coming, and they're debating it, and every little bit helps. I'm not sure. I know we donated to that cause.
Fred was.
Of course, it's self-serving for me.
He did a lot of work up here, PA work.
Yep, longtime public address announcer. His son Dave Hintermeyer still tunes into the Wildcats once in a while from the Pittsburgh region.
Nice guy, good man to know.
1st and 10. Not sure how much time is left. 1:30 something. And the give. No, Ryan's going to go play action. Throws over the middle, and it's intercepted or not. Troop. Oh, an unbelievable interception. Troop comes down with that football. Third pick of Ty Ryan tonight. That was in some traffic, and not sure if TJ Lynn was the intended receiver, but Troop out-leaped him, spun around, and hung on to the ball, and the Wildcats have it right back.
Cats defenders are playing in front of the receivers there, and what Ryan needs to do is throw it a little farther. He's just trying to hit them in stride, and that's allowing the Wildcats to close. Boy, they're making some nice picks back there.
So the Wildcats with the football at their own 34-yard line. And a blitz up the middle, but Walbeck breaks into the secondary, and he's knifed down by Alex Stewart after a gain of 10 yards. We have not seen Landon Hill in this second half.
Brought down by number
I don't
2,
think he's hurt bad,
Alex
Mark. I
Stewart.
think they're just keeping him and Cole out for precautions.
Yardage is enough for a Wildcat first
I would
down.
still say he had a deep thigh bruise.
We're down to 1 minute and 10 left in this first quarter, although it's 1-1 soon. Now it's a minute and something.
And Cole McAnally's down below here, and he's walking around. So, they're injured, but they're not injured that bad. They don't need to go back in, though.
Under a minute left, down to 7 on the play clock here in the third quarter. 28-0 Homer Center. And the give to Walbeck. Walbeck is met and going to be dropped for a loss.
Walbeck on the carry over the left side, brought down in the backfield.
Brady Tonkin, along with some others,
Brady
white
Tonkin
jerseys
leading the charge for the
for
Stingers.
Marion Center Stingers. Jason McClellan also in there. Loss of a yard. It'll be second down and 11. 30-some seconds left in this quarter.
Second down and 11.
Katie, if you're listening upstairs, you can shoot that scoreboard. Fans will see what I'm talking about. It says 0-2.
0-2 something.
0-2 something. Soon it'll be 0-1. There it is. 19 seconds left here in the quarter. Second down and 11. Sidecar to the left of Roland is Justin Walbeck. And read option. They hand it off to Walbeck. Just not as effective, is it?
No.
Without Landon Hill and Colin Troop in there.
And
Ty Ryan on the stop for the Marion Center Stingers as the third quarter ticks to zeros. Well, instead of triple zeros, it's double zeros. 28-0 Homer Center. They score one in the third. Thanks to Pat Doherty for Judge 21 Committee for sponsoring the third quarter. On an IRMC High School Sports Night, we head to the fourth. Homer Center on their way to their 9th consecutive victory over the Marion Center Stingers. Amazing. 28-0 Wildcats on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Somebody got a paw on that for Marion Center. Might have been Ty Ryan, so the Wildcats again go 3 and out.
No time much off the non-functioning clock, but Homer will punt away. Krajosik out again. Stingers have, as I said, been pretty resilient out there. They've been battling.
Let me correct myself. That was not 3 and out. They did pick up one first down.
Yes, they did.
Michael Krajosik to punt for Homer Center. Long snapper Riley Clevenger. Gunner on the right side is Roland. Good versatile player, Anthony Roland. Snap true. Krajosik gets a end-over-end kick. Line drive, going to roll. Marion Center is going to have to allow it to roll dead at the 20-yard line. And now there's pushing upfield and a flag coming in as Caleb Palmer was tangled up with a Stinger. And we'll see which way this one's going to go. I was watching the ball. Personal foul against Marion Center. Personal foul against Homer
Both
Center.
ways
Offsetting. So Ward will head for a piece of pizza again, and we'll reset things.
It's a little cold right now.
Punt, Jerry.
Been a lot of pushing and shoving, Mark.
39 yards.
Yeah, that's a good one.
return.
That'll help the average.
Yeah, he's averaged 38.4 coming in. So 11. I would give them one suggestion on that scoreboard, but would need a timeout. to do it.
That's strange. The entire digit goes.
Marion Center from their 20. I'll give you guys a suggestion on that scoreboard in a second, but you'd need a stoppage to do it. 1st and 10, Ty Ryan takes the shotgun snap, throws low. Is it hauled in or not? No, it's incomplete. Intended for Brady Tonkin. Just thrown. Sometimes with electronics, if you unplug it and plug it back in and reset it, that might do it, but you'd have to wait for a stoppage so you know where you're at on the clock.
Wouldn't they lose all the numbers, though?
You'd lose all the numbers, but most of them would be pretty easy to replace.
Try going over to the board.
Or the other thing is get out Renda Media duct tape.
We've used that once in a while.
Duct tape is our salvation.
It has worked very well. 2nd
and 10 from the 20 for the Stingers, and Ty Ryan loads up, throws deflected, intercepted on the far side of the field with that football. 2nd pick of the night. It's Krajosic, and down he goes inside the 25-yard line. It was deflected en route to the intended receiver, I think was T.J. Lynn, and into the opportunistic hands of Michael Krajosic.
I didn't see who blocked that. I don't know if Denny did or not, but it could be that big defensive tackle over that side maybe. That was, do you think Bentz might have blocked that?
Not sure.
I didn't get a real good beat on that, but Krajosic, I think, is pretty much close to the top now in interceptions in the conference.
Homer Center at the Marion Center 24-yard line.
I think he's got 4 now, more. Maybe
Who's
5.
that, Krajosic?
Yeah.
5 interceptions for the season.
For
2
the
tonight,
season.
right?
Yeah, he has 2 tonight, so 5. I think he's on the top.
He has 8 coming into tonight's game, 8 pass breakups, too. 1st and 10 from the Stinger 24. And Rowland takes the snap, hands off to Colin Troop, who bulldozes his way into inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line for 10 yards and a first down. Alex Stewart on the tackle for the Stingers. The thing about Colin Troop and Landon Hill, they just hit that hole quickly.
Yep, they know where they're going.
They attack it.
And they make that one move and turn the Jets. And with their size, they're so hard to bring down.
1st and 10, Homer Center with the 11-10 to play here in the football game.
What complements them, too, is that line creates the gaps for them. Makes it all the easier.
Riley Clevenger, receiver to the left boundary. Ball favors the right hash. Homer Center operates toward the south end zone. And the give up the middle, Troop down to about the 5-yard line. Going to be close to another first down. Going to be 2nd down and a yard. Gage Halbert on the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers. Boy, oh boy, Marion Center. Ward, wasn't it you that said they'd win the Heritage Conference?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I actually
predicted
that.
I thought they'd be one of the top 3, I'll admit that. But I didn't say who. I thought it'd be a pretty tough battle to see who's going to win.
Missing Xavier Volya tonight. Also, we noticed Liam Cornetto was not dressed tonight. Volya not here, so we're not sure what that's about. Anthony Rowland from the shotgun, and the give to Troop, 3rd touchdown of the night. He's into the end zone with 10:08 remaining in the football game. The Wildcats have made it 34-0 over the Marion Center Stingers as they take advantage of Krajosic's 2nd interception of the night.
I thought they might try from placement, but I think they're going to go for the 2-pointer again, Mark.
Colin Troop's 3rd TD of the night. That gives him 8 on the season.
I'd say this Homer team's making a claim on the title, too.
Troop 2-point conversion comes up about a half-yard short. Our Luther Ford drive summary, driven all night long by Luther Ford in Homer City. Off of the turnover, 3 plays, 24 yards, took 92 seconds. Drive summary is brought to you by Luther Ford, Indiana County's Ford leader. Stop by, see them tomorrow at the dealership. They open at 9. And open deep into the afternoon, too. 34-0 Homer Center over the Marion Center Stingers on an IRMC High School Sports Night right here on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
Buy a new or pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
Mason Bell tees it up for Homer Center, so this thing much easier, kind of like last week as we were monitoring purchase line in Marion Center. Word, I don't think we expected this tonight. We expected a hungry.
Well, we didn't. We thought this would be more of a battle. I mean, they're fighting on defense, but they cannot seem to do anything offensively as that ball is kicked out of bounds. Still better than most of them.
So that'll go to the 35. Who kicked that, by the way? I was looking.
I think it was Mason. Oh, Roland kicked it. Okay. They were trying to kick it deep to that side. They got it deep, but a little too deep.
So with 10:06 to play, Marion Center will start at the 35-yard line. And Marion Center, if they're looking for some relief, well, next week they host undefeated Cambria Heights. Cambria Heights was rolling tonight.
Well, that'd be an interesting battle if the Wildcats played them again. The way they're going now.
42-14.
Wow, they're just.
By the way, United
pounding
and Northern, they were tied at 14 apiece. Pass, little bubble screen set up, and T.J. Lynn is rocked by Michael Krajosik, who's had a big game. They're going to lose a couple of yards on that. Hey, I want to stick my head out the window. I don't think he's. I can see Sarah Graham down there. Where's Ian at? Because his 6th birthday was this past Wednesday. Ian, we got to come up and get a high five on your happy birthday. Hey, Ian, with his Homer Center hat on.
Say hi to his dad, Chris.
We're going to say hello to your dad listening in Florida tonight. Happy birthday, Ian. Ryan's pass out in the flat intended for Brady Tonkin, incomplete. Colin Troop on the coverage for the Homer Center Wildcats. I was going to stand on the ledge so I could reach him better, but I thought that might be dangerous.
Yes, it would.
9:20 something left here in the quarter. Marion Center faced with 3rd down and 11. 34-0 Homer Center leading it. They've scored in every quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to throw some subs in on the line here. We're trying to pick up who they. Dokas is in.
Romulos, his dad might be. Maybe his dad's watching in Greece. Turk coming off of injury. Good news. Ryan flushed out of the pocket, throwing downfield, and it is caught by Tonkin. He's going to take it the distance down the left sideline. They're not going to catch him, and the play covers 66 yards. Well thrown from Ty Ryan to Brady Tonkin. Beautifully designed play, and the Stingers finally have something to shout about. As they're on the board, it's 34-6 with 9:12 left here in the football game. Well done, Ryan, his 8th touchdown pass of the season.
Threw it just where Tonkin could get it, no one else there. Colin Troop just didn't have a shot at it. It's thrown so well.
Yeah, I mean, Troop was running stride for stride, but Ryan just laid that one in there.
Yep, over the outside shoulder. He made a nice catch, and off he went. I don't know if we're going to go for 2 here. They were kicking well in practice. Let's see if there's – nope.
Well, they have an outstanding kicker in Brady
Looks like
Reckenbaugh.
they're going for 2, though.
Reckenbaugh's 13 of 14 coming in to tonight's game. So Ty Ryan with the sidecar, Stewart to his right. They go double tights. Ryan looking, throwing over the middle, has a man wide open, and there's going to be probably a flag on Homer Center or not. Nope, I see no flag. Tonkin caught the 2-point conversion, and then he was hit pretty hard a second after the play. Maybe it was my eyes deceiving me because the officials said no penalty.
Play on, gentlemen.
34-8 Homer Center with 9:13 left. They have to look at the panel because it's out on the scoreboard. 3 plays, 64 yards, took 48 seconds. Drive summaries all night long, driven by Luther Ford. America's best-selling truck, the Ford F-150, available at Luther Ford in Homer City. IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues. Homer Center 34, Marion Center 8 on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense. Oh, now you do your job.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all our student athletes and their families every success on the gridiron. Friday night lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for our students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. These have been challenging times, and I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
Well, there's some good hands from Austin Zenizak, is drilling that kick was Reckenbaugh, and I mean it was drilled.
Yeah, it was.
And Austin Zenizak, I don't know that he plays baseball, but maybe he should. Those are some pretty good hands.
Yeah, he went right there and grabbed it and held on.
First time I needed my green highlighter to highlight a scoring drive tonight. Marion Center on the board 34-8 on a beautifully executed pass play from Ryan to Brady Tonkin. So with 9:11 left in the football game, the Wildcats start out at their own 43-yard line. Rowland hands off to Walbeck into the secondary on his feet at the 45, the 40. Ty Ryan tackles him as he gets inside the 30-yard line down to about the 28.
That had to feel good.
Yep, that's a gain of 29 yards thereabouts. Quick Stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. Wildcats shuttle in a couple new linemen into the game, including Isaac Turk. Turk was injured on opening day of camp on the what they call the Wildcat drill. Very first play, he hurts his knee. They were worried it was season ending, but good to see him back.
Yeah,
because
very
he's
much
a
so.
good depth lineman at 6'2", 238 pounds. He's a senior. Walbeck to the left of Anthony Rowland. Twins near side, and a little bit of, and fumbling the ball and picking it up on a hop is Ty Ryan. They're chasing him from behind, trying to get the angle on him, and they're not going to do it. He's going to return it down the left sideline. He steps out of bounds as Noah Henry would not give up on the play, and he's down inside the 10-yard line at about the 9. So Walbeck coughs up the football, and Marion Center's Ty Ryan picked it up on a big convenient hop and raced down to the sideline. 58-yard fumble return.
That couldn't have bounced any better, could it? He picked that up in stride. I'm surprised he caught him at all. It was just a weird kind of a play. Goes the Stingers' way. They needed a break. 8:20 something left.
To Homer Center's 10. So it's first and goal. I'm sure Coach Page won't be happy.
No, they get a little sloppy here.
Sloppy fourth quarter here.
They're trying to put some subs in. It's not the subs' fault, but now Marion Center has to call time.
Timeouts all night long, brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers with this reminder to visit luxembourgs.com for great gift ideas for the holidays or any occasion. Luxembourg's, downtown Indiana, and at the Indiana Mall. 8:20 to play here in the ball game. Marion Center poised to maybe punch in a second score. It's 34-8 Homer Center on the WCCS Radio and Video Network.
Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
Well, Greg Page not going to be happy with the latest sequence of events as Marion Center off of the turnover. They have the football at the Wildcat 10-yard line, first and goal. Coach Page will pull within one win of Rick Faust for the all-time lead.
Let's hope he gets it and then some this year.
Marion Center split backs behind Ty Ryan, who goes behind center Parker Black, and they give it to Tonkin. Tonkin stood up, and Justin Walbeck has Tonkin.
With the carry, nice tackle by 27, Justin
Homer Center's
Walbeck.
leading tackler, Justin Walbeck, came into the game with 20 and a half tackles, and he's been in on several tonight. Walbeck, the leader of that defense.
He's on a mission, too, because he fumbled that ball. He is not happy about that.
Caleb Palmer in there as the linebacker for Homer Center. Second down and goal, football at the 8. And Ryan looking to pass, throwing over the middle, almost intercepted by Homer Center's Anthony Rowland. So it'll be third down and goal. 7:50 left here in the football game.
They've been throwing over the middle with some good success. The receivers getting behind Homer's coverage, but that time too many Wildcats between the receiver and the ball.
Football may be closer to the 7-yard line. So it'll be third down and goal for the Stingers. They send a receiver near side. That's Dakota Bracken. Flanker is TJ Lynn, and Ryan's going to keep the ball and not go very far. As they thought they'd catch Homer Center. They thought they'd catch him napping maybe. Wasn't really a traditional quarterback draw, at least.
He's a little spin move there, and he was trying to sneak up the middle.
Michael Yunt on the tackle. Michael Yunt's had a good ball game tonight for Homer Center.
Yes, he has.
So it's fourth down and goal for Marion Center. The football's still, well, maybe the 6-yard line.
They're putting good pressure on Ryan. He hasn't had a lot of time to throw. A lot of time he's backing up and throwing.
7-10. Again, part of the scoreboard out here. Sidecar to the right is Alex Stewart, booting to his right. Ty Ryan now sets up, throws, and it's caught for a touchdown. Brady Tonkin. Marion Center has 14 points on the board, and Tonkin has all of them. Caught a couple of touchdown passes and a 2-point conversion. And Marion Center with maybe something to take into next week against Cambria Heights. You look for anything that you can from a positivity standpoint, and the Stingers capitalize on the turnover. They turn it into points on a big fourth down conversion.
Yeah, a good showing here. They're still battling out there, and you got to give them credit for that. And that's got to be something, as you say, Mark, to build on going into next week's game.
So the Stingers will go for 2 again. And Ryan this time boots to his left, throws on the run, incomplete this time. Intended for Tonkin again. So Marion Center, 4 plays, 10 yards, officially on the clock.
And with
7:02 officially on the clock. Part of the scoreboard out, so we get it right off of the control panel here in the press box on the opposite side of us. 4-play, 10-yard touchdown drive off of the turnover. It's now Homer Center 34, Marion Center 14 from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. S&T Bank, member FDIC. Ward Hilliard rejoins me on the other side of this break. Wildcats by 20 on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
And in Lipniscus, Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
Well, if you're a Stinger fan, it's a good thing when I have my green highlighter out, highlighting a second straight touchdown drive. That one a short one. Look for onside quick. It's a little pooch kick. Fair catch called for by Caleb Palmer. I'm not sure if that was intended or not. I doubt it. And ball traveled about 15 yards. And Palmer, a baseball player, good third baseman.
And a good call.
Little short pop up in the infield.
Heads up call, though. Making a fair catch. They can't hit him then. If he doesn't do that, he touches the ball, they could drill him, and it could get fumbled. But he did the smart thing. Now let's see if this running game can get going for Homer Center. If not, the Stingers are still alive here. They're still kicking.
From the 45-yard line, I want to say hello to Regina and Lenny Madej. Lenny's birthday was yesterday. They're listening from Regina's she shed. You know what a she shed is, Ward? Roland on the read option keeps it for a couple up to the 47-yard line. On the tackle is 61, which we don't have on the roster. A she shed is, well, that's Regina's shed. And she does what she wants just outside that shed. Maybe a glass of wine. We're allowed to say that, right? I guess I just did.
Not?
But, yeah, I mean, Debbie listened to the game up there last week. They sat outside, and I saw Regina. I delivered a Coral Grayston Fireman hoagie, third Saturday of every month, to the Madeys, and they said, "You want to see the she shed by the she?"
Yeah, well, let's start to get off of this now.
Second down and 8. Well, I did get the tour. They give to Colin Troop. Troop a quick burst into Marion Center territory, down to the 46-yard line. A gain of about 8. He just hits that hole so quickly. Colin Troop and tackled by Cody Thompson.
You got to live. What you see too is he's leaning forward when he's running, Mark.
Wildcats with that starting offensive line back in there.
Yeah, Coach Page just not happy with the subs.
But Regina and Lenny said they sit out there. What I like, they've been listening to Wildcat football for a long, long time, and we appreciate them and everybody that listens along the way. Lenny's brother Randy, we learned last week, a steady listener down in the Maryland area, former Wildcat standout in the late 70s. Riley Clevenger, a receiver to the left boundary, and they give it to Troop. What a cut by Troop. Little jump cut at the line of scrimmage, and he takes it for a first down to the 32-yard line. Ty Ryan on the stop for the Marion Center Stingers.
Well, I am just so impressed with what I've seen from Colin Troop. The improvement's just astounding. That's a kind of a cut an experienced player makes running this read option.
199 yards rushing for Colin Troop.
Wow.
One more puts him over 200 for the night.
I believe he's probably going to get that, although they're not aware of that. But
653 yards for the season now.
He's the real deal, Mark.
First and 10 from the Stinger 32. 4:50 to play in the game. Troop, again, through a hole, lowers his shoulder, runs over Alex Stewart, gets down to the 20-yard line for 12 more. That's 12, and he now has 211 yards rushing.
You hear about these guys wear down teams. If you look at Marion Center's D, these guys are getting up really slow now. It's just taking their toll. It's taking its toll on.
Chris, whoops, wrong one. I wanted to turn myself down. Sorry about that. That went over the air.
Ooh.
I was trying to talk to Chris Garatano. We'll get to him in a moment. Just wanted to tell him that Troop is now over 200 yards, 211 up to date. And he has the ball again, and we'll add 5 to that.
Again brought down by Ty Ryan.
Ty Ryan on the stop. So that's 200.
With the last carry there.
216 yards.
To 216 yards rushing tonight.
The impressive thing is he isn't slowing down. 216 yards over 20 carries, and he's not slowing down.
3:40 and some change left in his football game. Wildcats are going to defeat the Stingers for the 9th straight time. Last time the Stingers defeated Homer Center, hard to believe, 2011. Riley Clevenger and Austin Zenizak window dressing receivers to the left. And Roland hands it off, steady diet. Troop has 3 touchdowns tonight. He plows down to about the 8-yard line.
Doko's back in the game on left guard, Mark.
On the stop, among others.
On the tackle for the Marion Center Stingers, Isaac Besa.
Another Wildcat first down.
First and goal, Homer Center. football, see, I can't even see the football. It appears to be at about the 8-yard line.
8-yard line's what the scoreboard says. They got a better vantage point down that end.
Let's see, there's the 10. Yeah, linemen are inside the 10. About the 9, Jared?
Yeah, across the way. You see the
9-yard line. Okay, first and goal from the 9. Play clock down to 2. Roland takes the direct snap. That time Colin Troop stumbled a little bit, lost his footing, and he's tackled by Brady Tonkin. Marion Center defense wants to show some pride and hold the Wildcats, off the board again. Going to be second down and goal from the 8-yard line, so we'll give Troop a yard. That's hard to see. Might still be at the 9. Still at the 9, Jerry's.
2:19 and counting. I caught that one.
So some work to do on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, they got 3 home games left, so you want to get it running right.
Again, Roland watching the play clock in the end zone, takes it down, hands it off to Troop, makes a cut into the end zone. He has his 4th touchdown of the night from 9 yards out. Colin Troop with a quick cut at the line of scrimmage and left a white jersey heading the wrong direction on Route 119, and it's 40-14 Homer Center over the Marion Center Stingers. What a night for Colin Troop, over 200 yards rushing and 4 TDs.
Just spectacular, and he's the real deal now. He has a running back. He knows how to run this offense. Excellent. It's a joy to watch. And then you put Landon Hill in, and there's no drop. There's no drop off. You don't have 1-2 punches like that at this level of high school football. Homer does.
Wildcats going to kick out of placement for the second time this season. Last week, Krajosic made it at West Shamokin, and Roland drops the snap, and they're going to say his knee was down, so they're going to blow it dead.
The attempt is no good.
And the attempt is no good. But the Wildcats drive 55 yards
With a minute 59
and
seconds
make it 40-14. Our coverage from our S&T Bank broadcast booth continues. S&T Bank, from the gridiron to the classroom, they have you covered. It's Homer Center 40 and the Marion Center Stingers 14. Right here on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
Drive summary brought to you by Luther Ford. 8 plays, 55 yards, took 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Ford's America's top-selling brand, available at Luther Ford, Homer City. Final score, Cambria Heights 42, West Shamokin 21. 30-6 purchase line over Penns Manor in the 4th quarter. And Northern Cambria on a field goal defeats United 17-14.
Wow.
On the kickoff, it's taken by Dakota Bracken. And Bracken up to about the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. Mason Bell on the kick coverage team for the Homer Center Wildcats. Our spotter in the booth all night long, Dennis Mester.
Northern Cambria 17, United 14.
Ball at the 49 for Marion Center.
14, Penns Manor. Now purchase line 30, Penns Manor 6.
Wow.
So Cambria Heights 42-21 over
West
Shamokin, and Cambria Heights will come to Dr. John Molino Stadium next Friday. Marion Center could be staring at 2-4.
That's a rough challenge. That team's playing well.
TJ Lynn on the handoff from Ryan around the right side, inside the 40 in front of the Marion Center bench, finally tackled. Going to be a big gain. A lot of new jerseys in there for Homer Center, and one of them, Zach Rouser, made that tackle. But a gain from the 49 to the 37. That's 14 yards.
Logan Henry in there. I'm going to try to pick some of these numbers up.
Same play coming the near side. And Lynn gets a nice block down the left sideline. They're trying to force him out of bounds, and they do. And forcing him out was Logan Henry. But the Stingers, another big gain. This is Stingers looks to be their starting offense here, Ward, against the Wildcat JVs. Maybe some new linemen in there for Marion Center. Nope.
Don't look like it.
Nope, it's the starting unit.
It's the starting unit yet.
So the varsity for Marion Center against the Wildcat JVs. Tight end to the right is Gage Helbrin. And they give to Brady Tonkin. Tonkin cuts it back into the end zone for his third touchdown of the quarter. As Marion Center's varsity made unit.
Starting unit yet.
So the varsity for Marion Center against the Wildcat JVs. Tight end to the right is Gage Helbrin. And they give to Brady Tonkin. 51-yard drive. So let's see what Marion Center does. 40-20 the score. So it'll look a little bit closer on the scoreboard than what the game actually was. Toss right. TJ Lynn, easy trip into the end zone for the two-point conversion. So Marion Center keeps the starters in there against the younger Wildcats.
It's the Wildcats 40, the Stingers 22.
It's 40-22 now. 1:31 remaining in the football game. IRMC High School Sports Night coverage continues. Homer Center 40, Marion Center 22, right here on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
River Valley 42.
Buy a new or pre-owned vehicle? Want to sell your current vehicle? At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Check out the great Luther Ford inventory and drive off today, or order the exact vehicle you want. Have a trade? Luther Ford will give you a check for your vehicle's high trade-in value. If you want to just sell your current vehicle, Luther Ford can pay you thousands over KBB. At Luther Ford, you can do it all. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
Tore up the wrong page. There's that high pooch kick again. Fair catch called for by Riley Clevenger at the 41-yard line. So the Wildcats with about a minute 30 to go. 1:31 to be exact.
Should be a matter of a couple plays, and unless the Stingers call timeouts. Another impressive showing by the Homer offense and defense, for that matter.
Timeout called by Homer Center. Timeout presented by Luxembourg Jewelers. They remind you now's the time to stop by either Luxembourg Jewelers location in downtown Indiana and at the Indiana Mall to lay away your holiday gifts. 1:31 remaining in the game. We'll be back to finish this one off. Wildcats on their way to a fourth straight victory against the Marion Center Stingers tonight. It's going to be the 9th straight victory over that program. Amazing. 40-22 coming back to finish things on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
School football time, and that means time to stop by Luxembourg's Jewelers and lay away great gifts for the holidays. Luxembourg's offers a huge selection of diamonds and gems mounted in your favorite ring, pendant, or earrings. Score big with great giftware selections like keychains or pens, custom plaques and trophies for that special award. Team up with Luxembourg's Jewelers for that perfect gift and lay away today. Luxembourg's in the Indiana Mall, downtown, or on the web at luxembourgs.com. Luxembourg's Jewelers, we are Indiana's Jewelers.
Back at Memorial Field, 40-22, Homer Center with about 1:35 left in the ball game. The Wildcats are, I was sitting here enjoying this. Coach Page is picking up second and third stringers to go in and play offense. The kids are jumping around, patting each other. They're so excited just to get out on field.
Yeah, it's going to be Brady Dunn as the quarterback. I mentioned the freshman Alexander out with a broken bone in his foot or toe. They hope to get him back. So they've been kind of tutoring Brady Dunn into that situation, and Brady's saying thanks a lot. There's a high snap as they blow it dead.
There was some confusion here. So
Marion Center calls a timeout. We'll keep it here.
Timeout, Marion Center.
Timeout presented by Luxembourg Jewelers, with this reminder to visit luxembourgs.com for great gift ideas for the holidays or any occasion. And fans at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville's Urgicare, they'll fast-track you for quick access to their team of medical experts. Highly trained and ready to treat all minor injuries and illnesses, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge offers the full spectrum of Urgicare 7 days a week from 8 to 8. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Old Route 22 in Blairsville. You can get in, get out, get better. A part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. 1:20 and some change left in the game. Again, if you're just tuning in, this part of the scoreboard clock not functioning. Wildcats will be at Penns Manor next Friday we'll be on the air at 6:20. So we'll do this all over again. 1st and 10, Homer Center, with Brady Dunn, the converted running back to quarterback. He's a freshman, 5'8", 141, good prospect. In the backfield is another good freshman prospect, Isaiah McCracken. Brady Dunn's going to keep it. Brady Dunn lowers the shoulder and has one tough yard. Tackled on the play defensively by Marion Center's Drew Runk.
And Zach Wilson at center got it back there. It was always the main concern when you're playing that shotgun and you got a new kid centering.
Caden Bernard, younger brother of Sage, into the offensive line. Looking at some other players, Garrett Green, a sophomore, in there. Also on the O-line is Joe Succiarelli.
Under a minute to go now.
2nd down, call it 8. And Braden Dunn takes the direct snap, hands it off, and McCracken says, wish you'd have ran it yourself. Smothered by Marion Center's Alec Volya.
It's going to mess your average up right there.
Loss of 5 on the play.
Timeout going to be called by Homer Center.
Timeout, Homer Center.
With 30-some ticks on the clock. You'd think a knee and get the heck out of here, perhaps. 36 seconds left in the game. Well, Ward, we were expecting a tight game, and I mean, score looks respectable, but it was anything but, with Marion Center scoring against really the Wildcat JVs.
Yeah, basically Homer dominated the game from start to finish. They held Marion Center to 16 total yards in the first half. That tells you a lot right there after scoring 3 times themselves. It just really effective, impressive performance here against a quality team. Wildcats are rounding into shape. They're going to need to because the meat of their schedule is coming up.
For Homer Center, Sean Voluchuk in the game. Near side we have Colin Doherty, and Braden Dunn hands it off. And with the football running it for Homer Center, 32, and I don't have a 32.
Number 32, Brian Mills.
Brian Mills being announced. Okay.
That's a nice solid game for him.
Should have just witnessed the final play of this football game. And it's running down. We're around the 14-second area. They do not have to run another play. And we're under 10 seconds to play in the game. Homer Center looks like they will on 4th down and 6. Get these younger players another snap, and it's Braden Dunn that's going to run it, and he's heading toward the left sideline. They're giving chase, and he's inside the 25, down to the 20. That'll add to the stats. That's about a 42-yard gain for Braden Dunn on the game's final play. Yeah, he's a good prospect for Homer Center. And we have a final score.
That is the end of the game.
It's Homer Center winning their 9th straight. They continue their mastery of the Marion Center Stingers. And for the first time since 2018, the Stingers drop back-to-back Heritage Conference games. And they find themselves reeling a little bit right now, dropping to 2-3. I don't think anybody saw that coming. And the Stingers have Cambria Heights coming in next week. For the Wildcats, they're rolling. Midway point of the season, they are 4-1. Some tough games ahead, no question about it, down the stretch. But they can only play them one game at a time, and they've won 4 straight after a season-opening loss to Cambria Heights. Coming back with our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show next. Again, the final score here tonight, Homer Center 40, and the Marion Center Stingers 22 coming back with radio replays on the WCCS Wildcat Radio and Video Network.
For Judge, because my story is like so many of yours. Born and raised here, I worked my way through college and law school. As a prosecutor, I'm tough. If you deal drugs, you go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you go to jail. If you prey on children or seniors, you go to jail. I'm running for judge because we need someone with experience in protecting our community. I'm Gina Force, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid for by Gina Force for Judge.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Hey, do you know if he wants me to, like... Do you know what he wants me to...
I have actually no clue what he wants me to do.
Okay, cool. Me neither.
How was it filming down here by
It was
yourself?
cold, and it was, like, weird, and some little girl, like, grabbed the leg of a truck, and I was like, oh my god. That's so spooky. That was quote-unquote. Yeah, you're gonna cry. You didn't walk right past it.
Of the Marion Center Stingers winning for a 9th straight time in this series as Homer Center wins at 40-22. Only 4 possessions in the first quarter. The Wildcats scored on their first, starting a drive after Marion Center had deferred at their own 45-yard line. They drove it down the field. Some big plays from Michael Krajosik and Colin Troop, who was sensational, rushing for over 200 yards. They had a first and goal from the Marion Center 7-yard line when they scored the game's first points. Conversion pass failed, but it was 6-0. That's the way we stayed heading to the second. Homer Center's third possession of the second quarter. They started a drive at their own 34-yard line. Took them only 2 plays. First, quarterback Cole McAnulty. This would be his last possession of the game. He was knocked out with a leg injury, but he ran 19 yards to Marion Center's 47-yard line, and on the very next play, a super run by senior Colin Troop. Cole McEnulty added the 2-point conversion. Not sure if that's the play he was hurt on. He hurdled Brady Tonkin on the way, didn't return. After that, the Wildcats had a 14-0 lead. Marion Center's next possession, first of 3 interceptions from Ty Ryan, picked off by Michael Krajosik, his 4th of the season. And the Wildcats started at their own 43, a 9-play drive. Colin Troop, his 2nd touchdown of the night on a 1st and goal. On 9 plays, Troop added